What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how I remixed Joe Corry's Head and Heart. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another tutorial. In this tutorial I am showing you how I remixed Joe Corry's Head and Heart. Let's get into it. Just gonna play it through for you a little bit. Love this vocal. When I see you I should run, but I'm frozen in motion and my head tells me to stop, feelings I feel about us. Try to fight it, but it's never enough. Play it through to the first drop. Hands up moment. So let's get into it. I will start with the drums. Just a clap to start with. Low cut on it, nothing else. Most samples are already compressed and stuff, so they don't need it. Got a open hat, filtering in with an auto filter, low cut again, just to build it up really. Then we've got top loop, just to give it a bit of a groove. Underneath we've got a little snare which I've low cut and filtered in. Doesn't need to be much, panned 15 to the right. And then when we get to the drop, we've got the kick. Basic kick into mono. Took a bit high mid out, took a bit of a really high out. I'll show you with and without. Nothing major. Got a little tambourine loop underneath. Just fill out some space. Give it a bit of difference when it drops. Go to the instruments. So we'll start with the intro instruments. First one, I've got an M1 organ, lots of reverb, low cut, high pass filtering in. Just to give it a bit of tension. Then we've got a respace out of Serum. Flume respace, got it off Splice. And on that I've got a Fab Filters compressor. Just catching the peak so it's not too clicky. And then also a bass mono at 150 Hz. Oh my god, this feeling's just begun. Saying things I've never said, doing things I've never done. Oh my. Then we've got another organ, which is low cut again. Valhalla reverb. Sorry, I didn't show you the reverb on the other one. Pretty much the same reverb. And then I've sent it to a delay a little bit. Not doing much. Things I've never done. Just helps it transition nicely into it. And underneath that we've got another Serum with a low cut on. PD pad. Sorry, it's a bit click, it's quite CPU intensive. Just to build it up a little bit more. And then I've got an M1 piano underneath that, or above it, underneath, whatever you want to call it. Pan 5 to the right. Got automation on that, building up slowly and then builds up more towards the end. And it'll cut out. And then that's where the little break will be. Underneath that we've got a string out of the M1. Love M1 strings. Called Bright String. It's just in, if you load a sample, just there. And then we get to the legendary vocal, which actually isn't MNEK singing it, this one. If I take all the processing off it, put it back to its original BPM, not BPM, key. I bought this a cappella from, I can't remember where. What was it called? I'll link it below. If you think the vocal works, if you like the remake vocal, leave me a comment below. Let me know. And then underneath that original vocal, I've got that. Let me just put all the processing back and I'll show you that as well. So on that vocal, I have a vocal finalizer by Noisash. Really good plugin. Very with and without. Let me turn all the others off. Ooh, wrong one. With, without. I've narrowed the stereo image a little bit just because it was clashing with some of the wider elements. Then I've EQ'd it, low cut, take out the mid. Then I've got a Pro Q on it, just taking a bit more mid out, boosting a tiny bit at 5K. Then I've got a sidechain compressor for when the kick comes in. Underneath that, I've got this deeper vocal. Same processing. I think I might have took more stereo width on it a little bit. Taking out some tops, taking out some mids. I've got mixed in key reso on this, which takes out some harsh frequencies. A good job, really. I'll turn it off. Just takes out some harsh frequencies that can muddy up the mix. Together, they sound like this. Lots of effects underneath. Crash. Reverse crash. Really boring effects, really. Downlifter, which I've got going quite a lot. And then a massive uplifter. White noise uplifter. Just building him. Building him ready for the drop. So, you're going to want to know what the basses are. I have another M1. Really quiet, let me just loop this section. Just an M1, I think I've took the cut off and whatever that is. Thought it was resonance, but it's not. Then I have low cut it, and then I've put a little high cut on it because it was just a little bit high at the top. Compressor, fab filters, upright snappy bass preset. I've turned the attack up and turned the release down so it still punches through. Echo just to make it wider. I think it's called the Hass effect. That's the technical name for it. Then underneath that, I've got this bass out of Spire. Spire is great for basses, by the way. Another donk it's called, it's a Spire preset. And then I've low cut, high cut. I've took a bit of mid out with the EQ3 and a bit of the top out without all that on. A bit too much for the track. And then I've monoed it as well. So I put it in mono, compressed it. EQ just taking a little bit out. That EQ taking a lot out because the sub is going to carry it. 30 Hz cut, 100 Hz cut, nice and simple. Another compressor, upright snappy bass, probably copied it over. And then the string comes back in there. So all together they sound like this. You don't need too much if you've got a really strong vocal. Not much to it. Like all my other remixes, not much to it. String comes back in there. I've been the piano back in.
Oh my God, can't believe what I've become. I'm thinking things I shouldn't be, singing songs I've never sung. Oh my God.
I've kept the sub bass in for where the little break is.
I should run, but I'm
Brought that organ back in.
frozen in motion.
And then we're back down.
Tells me to stop feelings I feel about us.
There's literally not much else to it, guys. I'll look if I've added any little special stuff. Oh, yeah, I have. So, I'll show you what I've done to the groups. I have grouped the drums together. Selection. Take all the processing off. Limiter, doing nothing, just making sure it doesn't go a bit over 0.3 dB. Exciter, love this plugin, great plugin if you want some side saturation. Put it on retro, it just adds some dirt to the sides, spreads it out a little bit. So with, without, subtle changes. Saturate a bit warmer, I use this on absolutely everything because it's a great plugin. And then I've mix gelled it as well. Just clipping, not clipping, sorry, just hitting at minus 2.8 dB, a gain reduction. 3 dB makeup, just adding a little bit extra. Probably not right, but that's the way I do it, and it sounds fine to me. On the instrument bus, I'll put them all together. Got quite a bit of stuff going on here, so let's turn it all off. Doesn't sound too much different. Just a limiter again. Then I've got track spacer, which with the vocal. Like it acts as a side chain, but for the vocal to punch through the bass line more than anything. So not ducking too much, just 53%. Attack and release. Low attack, low release. I've put it so it doesn't cut too much of the bass out, so that's cut at 300 Hz. Took a bit of the top out because I still wanted the melody to punch through. Not doing much. Then I've got another reso on it because it had some harsh frequency, one harsh frequency. I'll show you what the reso does. Oh, sorry, let me just solo that again. No one needs that frequency in their life. Check it out. Tiny little adjustments, and there's my favourite plugin again, Saturator. Just bringing it up. Sidechain compression. I have got the EQ set to 30 Hz. I always have that done on my basses and on my vocals, whatever I'm sidechaining. Then we've got the mix gel again, taking out minus 2.4, 3 dB boost again. Another simple. Don't think I've got anything on the vocal bus. No, nothing on the vocal bus. I haven't changed the original melody. And people will probably say, well, why? Why have you not done something new? Because this track is my favourite track of 2021. And that melody is what dragged me in. And the vocal. So here is the melody, the MIDI, if you want to copy it. I'll leave it on a second so you can have a look. Lots of variation in the lengths of MIDI. Probably could have done it a bit tidier, but doesn't need to be perfect. That's what adds your own style to it. Not everything has to be absolutely perfect on the dot. And then something I have only recently learned, which I will share with you. I have grouped everything to one massive group, and then I put an SSL compressor which I bought off Waves. Really good plugin. Not doing much, still boosting 3. I could probably do that a little bit more. Just gluing it together, and the preset is Richard Chike, I don't know. Subtle glue. And that is literally it. Let's get a bit further on. Don't think I've changed anything. Nope, just keep them snare rolls coming in, building it up. Taking the kick out for a little bit. Could probably put that in there, to be fair. No, I didn't need it. Best thing to do is don't add stuff you don't need. Go through everything. If everything adds some sort of subtle difference, it's working. If it makes no difference, don't do it. And then get to the end, build up. Love the end bit of that track, so I've left it that way. Really short track. I've got a few little bits of that deeper vocal coming in just to give it a bit more of width and also give it a bit of depth. Not doing much. You see the sidechain in action there? On the effects, I've cut out a lot of lows on that. Cut out a lot of lows on that build. Really low cut on that. That is sidechain for when the kick comes in, because I have it going with the kick. Just gives a bit of bouncing effect. Like adding white noise, really. Sometimes people add white noise onto the drop, which you can just generate with Ableton's operator. So, I think that's it for today, guys. I am starting a course for people who want to learn music production. It will be a paid course, but a lot of people have asked for it, and I think it is going to be great value for money. I'm going to be building a track from start to finish, arranging it, mixing, mastering it, uploading it, and then what I'm going to do is we're going to have weekly sort of Zoom meetings with everyone, if everyone's capable of getting on Zoom. And then we're going to listen to each other's tracks, give feedback. We're all going to do the same remix. I'm going to buy a vocal, and we're all going to do the same remix. And then we're going to compare, help each other out, give feedback. I want to get a little community going. So thank you very much for watching this video, guys. Don't forget to leave me a comment, like, and definitely subscribe. Every Thursday, 5 PM, new videos. Let's get it, guys. Be productive and take care.